So about a year ago, I moved to the blessed land of Missouri. It's so green here, it's so lush, it rains a lot, but there is one downfall. There's a lot of poison ivy. And last year, I got poison ivy so bad. It was insane. I did not know what poison ivy was at the time. Like, I didn't know how to identify it. Leaves of 3, let them be. I did not live by that. I cut down what I thought were just bush leaves. I carried them on my bare arms. I was wearing shorts, short sleeve shirt. I worked all day with these leaves. And then, fast forward a day or two and my body just broke out like crazy. I had scabs all over my arms and legs. But that wasn't even the worst part. About a week into my unbearable itchiness and scabbiness, I started getting this pinkish rash that started on my side of my body and worked its way up and around all throughout my body. So I don't know what it was. It was some sort of allergic reaction or something, but my skin was super sensitive and pink, and it was so miserable. So I was desperate about a year ago for itch relief. I was so desperate. Looking back on it, if I knew it was going to be that miserable for that long, we're talking like 1.5 to 3 weeks of just like misery, so itchy. I felt like I could crawl out of my skin and just jump up and scream. It was insane. I would take hot showers that would itch like crazy and burn like crazy, and I'd get a little bit of relief. Cold showers, I would do just about anything I could. I went to the store and I bought like any product I could think of that would remotely help me with the itchiness. I went to Walmart and I'm like, you know what? This is itch relief, this is itch relief, this is itch relief. This is for chigger bites, but it's itch relief. Maybe that will help me. I just bought a bunch of products and started trying them out. What I basically learned from doing that, from my experience, Calamine Lotion is probably one of the best things you can get to help with poison ivy itchiness. And the nice thing about it is also quite cheap. And you get a pretty big bottle of it. This is like pretty packed with liquid. And you can just cake this puppy all over your poison ivy. And it feels great. I'll just show you what it looks like. It's kind of pink. So you just cake that on to your itchiness, and it has this 8% calamine, and it has this other analgesic, 1% of pramoxine, HCI 1%. Anyway, Calamine Lotion is probably the best thing to help soothe your itchiness. There's some other products you can get. This is Ivarest. I got Ivarest. I think you can buy this on Amazon. This has an antihistamine. It's a topical antihistamine. It's got 14% calamine. It's got 10% benzyl alcohol and 2% diphenhydramine hydrochloride, which is another analgesic. So this is probably quite a bit stronger than this. Of course, this costs a lot more, but I've heard some great reviews from other people about Ivarest, so this is a great thing to put on you, and it looks pretty much like Calamine Lotion. Your body produces these antihistamines to kind of have an allergic reaction to the urushiol oil, the oil that's on the leaves or the roots of the poison ivy plant. So you can take oral antihistamines, and those can help to suppress some of your body's like itchiness, or you can do topical antihistamines. I got multiple types of antihistamine, which is probably overkill. Like I got this ranitidine, which is used for acid reduction. I wouldn't recommend that. I think the antihistamine that most people recommend that might help with poison ivy is like Benadryl. It can make you a little drowsy, but that can also help your itchiness go down. So I would recommend probably taking, if you're going to take an oral antihistamine, I'd probably recommend using Benadryl. If you want a topical antihistamine or something to help with the itchiness, Calamine Lotion is probably your cheapest, most effective tool. If you have a little bit more money, you could use some Ivarest. There's also lidocaine gel and sprays. Kind of helps numb the area temporarily. You might also give that a try. This has 2% diphenhydramine, HCI, which is an antihistamine that you can spray on, I think. Overall, I'd highly recommend this product, number one. This is like your lifeline, Calamine Lotion. I would also recommend trying out a hot shower. You put the hot, the shower to hot as you can bear. It feels so incredibly itchy when you're under hot water. I think what happens is your body feels so crazy itchy that maybe it releases all these antihistamines in your body to help combat that itchiness. But you get out of the shower and that itchiness kind of subsides temporarily, and you might get an hour or two of like blissful relief. That's one thing you might try that does seem to be pretty effective. You just need to warn your family members, because when you go in the shower and you have it on hot and you have poison ivy all over your body, you're probably going to be screaming. You're probably going to be like, ah, this is so itchy. That's like how I was. It was so itchy. My son has some poison ivy right now. Maybe we can show you what his poison ivy looks like, since his is kind of a fresh poison ivy rash. He got it on his arm. I think he had some on his fingers, probably picking up some branches that maybe had it on it or some leaves. And then I think he touched his face. The oil, if you get just a little bit of that oil from the poison ivy plant, it can be like microscopic. It can make you have an allergic reaction. It's crazy how little oil, just like a molecule of that urushiol oil, can make you react. So if you want to take a look right here, you can see my son. You got some on the wrist here. You want to show them on your nose and on your chin. So you've had it now for what, like a week and a half? Probably about a week. Now it's getting to the later stages where it's going to start crusting over and start healing up. If you scratch your rash, your body just oozes out of this like stuff to heal up your wound. I think the best thing to do is to not scratch your rash, but once you start, it is hard to stop scratching your rash because it just itches. Thank you so much for watching. We hope this video has been helpful for you. If it has, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and we hope to see you next time. Thanks so much.